Head on over to Anime Express for exclusive anime merch and use code Daffy10 at checkout for 10% off your next purchase. Thank you to Anime Express for sponsoring this video. Yo! Yes, everybody, we are back for some more Jujutsu Kaisen content, ladies and gentlemen. So, if you guys have been following the channel at all, you guys would know that in my Discord and on my YouTube community page, I posted 2 separate posts. I asked you guys to give me your curse techniques, and if there's a domain expansion attached to it, I would like to see that as well. And so today, I will be grading those that you guys gave to me. This first video, I'm going to do the Discord, and on my second video, I'm going to do the community post. If you guys want to be involved with the Discord at any capacity, please make sure you go hit the link in the description. It's also at the end of all my videos as well if you want to know the tag for that. Join the community, we would love to have you. And ladies and gentlemen, as we are going along through this video, if you can think of any counters or any characters that would directly counter whatever curse techniques that we are at that time, put them down in the comments below. I'd love to see your responses. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and let's get into it. Also, a friendly reminder to subscribe to my channel if you want to see my beautiful face in your inbox, because I know you do. I'm going to try to restrict this to 1 per person. If there's anything else that I see that really strikes out to me, I might do it, but we're just going to go how we go. All right, first one's coming in from Walt Hitchcock. Curse technique name is The End. Perfect replication of another's curse technique through all use of 5 senses and knowledge of how the technique works. The user of the replicated technique is also more skilled with the technique than the original user, and the technique is more powerful than the original. Also perfectly replicates cursed tools via the same principles as construction. Domain expansion, unlimited blade works. Is this a Fate reference? I'm assuming that's what this is. An ever-changing areas filled with ruins of civilization and infinite number of swords and other weapons. Okay, yeah, I'm pretty sure this is a Fate reference. Some not all of them weapons hold a curse technique that will rematerialize after a short period of time. Honestly, I'm gonna give this a D. Copy, it's been done already. Again, this is a Fate reference as well, so I want you guys to be original. I want to see some concepts that I wouldn't think of myself. So, I mean, copy, we've already seen. We've seen Yuta, you know, have in his domain how it's full of swords, everything like that. I'm gonna give this a D. I'm gonna give this a D. Also, these gradings aren't super harsh, so if I don't give you a rating that you don't, love or anything like that, it's not that it means that you're a bad person or anything like that. It's just my personal opinion. There's people in the comments that I'm sure are going to disagree with me, and that's fine. We have Dr. Odin, domain expansion, winded clock, avoid manifest, devoiding the area of effect from the effects of the temporal stream. It stops time. Okay. I'm assuming this works kind of like the sumo guy, kind of like the hyperbolic time chamber effect that he had. Cursed technique, TikTok. The user harbors cursed energy within themselves to affect the time flow of the individual, resulting in their movements and time being accelerated, giving them immense speed compared to other. Cursed technique, TikTok amplification. The user harbors cursed energy within themselves to affect the time flow of an object, resulting in its movements and time being accelerated, giving them dilated speed through time. These techniques are inspired by Yuki's Black Mass Hole and how time dilation works with the mass, going off of ds squared equals. I'm not reading that, bro. This is the equations for time dilation and forms of gravity, creating their own space-times within the gravity of great masses. This can include very large planets, stars, and most notably and most known black holes. I would give this a B. I would need to see interesting applications of this. I mean, time stops are very common as well in media, but giving someone almost like speedster-like effects, I mean, it makes sense. It does, but objects, that's interesting to me. That's interesting to me. Speaking of how fast objects move and everything like that, not just an individual person. So I'll probably give us a B minus. Yeah, we have a Glubby curse technique, mist. Using the technique spawns in a light blue mist. The mist accretes from the user's body. The mist will create illusions for whoever is affected in it, such as shadow clones or monsters, like in the movie The Mist. The mist also messes with the opponent's senses, like smell and hearing. This allows the user to safely attack the enemy within the cloud that was created. The true ability of this power is to manifest the fears of the opponent in this mist. This is the only ability that is actually more powerful when the user does not tell the opponent it's an ability, unlike the others. Okay, so kind of like the Scarecrow fear toxin. Domain expansion, Starry Night, like the painting. The hand sign is the user's 2 fists punching together extremely hard, even makes some blood, creating a violent start for a somewhat non-violent domain, contradicting what the enemy expects. Within the domain, you and the opponent are in a suburban town shrouded by a mist with a starry night sky. The sure hit is the fear that hits them, causing them to be hesitant on every move and extremely jumpy, able to make many mistakes. Ooh, I like that actually. I do. I like that. Paranoia, giving your opponent a sense of paranoia. I like that. The difference within the domain and without is the effect is feeling fear rather than feeling something scary to make you feel fear. The user is completely undetectable, able to strike at any time, along with the illusions being tangible won't have an actual effect. The reversal technique is simple. The mist affects allies, makes them more confident and powerful, allowing them to think faster and strike harder. I like this. I'm gonna give this a B+. I like it. I feel like the domain expansion effects carry this, because the actual curse technique for me, it's okay. I don't love it, but I do like making your opponent feel paranoid, not seeing something that they actually fear, but actually having the fear manifest. They have to figure out how to get over it. I like that, because it's harder in practice than they actually do. It's like when people have different phobias and things like that, or they have a phobia of something small or insignificant. Like some people have a fear of like small bodies of water containing sharks for some reason. Like in their mind, they know there's not a shark in there, but there's still an illogical fear that they have to face. So that makes sense. I like it. We have Ultra. Name you fear. Curse technique. The user can make the physical embodiment of what their opponent fears most. This cursed spirit is called a Bogart. This is going to be similar to the last one. The user can let themselves be eaten by this cursed spirit to turn to a cursed spirit hybrid called Boogeyman. This version of the Bogart gets stronger the more fear it senses. The user can let themselves be eaten. Ooh. I like that a lot, actually. Ooh. Domain expansion, bad dreams. If you are overcome with fear, you will be transported into its domain. In this domain, you will be mentally attacked by everything you fear most till you break. You are put in a domain that is really a dream, which isn't a dream. You can wake up, but trying to wake up when you are in real life will activate the one-hit move. Okay. I could see some interesting stuff getting with this. I like the user being eaten by this spirit. What would happen to the user when they are the boogeyman? Are they now done, or what happens with this? Okay, good stuff I'm seeing so far. I'm gonna give this a B. I like it, Ultra. I like it. I maybe would rate it higher if I didn't just see another curse technique that had to do with fear, but I see what you're cooking. I see. We have Dr. One Piece. Curse technique, stunning hammer. This user's technique is able to inflict a timer on anything that the user interacts with. The more curse energy implemented, the longer hold time, but the user can release their curse on the object to immediately end its effect. The neutral minimum is a 2-second hold. The maximum can be upwards 30 seconds. However, if the object or person in question has high curse energy, the effect is lessened drastically. However, when attacked by the effect, regardless of the affected object, will be forced to be laid by 0.5 seconds. When an object is frozen, force can continue to accumulate against it, meaning any actions take upon the afflicted person will all hit at once with the curse to end. Okay, so basically, kind of like if you know, if you're familiar with JoJo and how Dio has the world, whenever he stops time and he like does damage on somebody, when time resumes, they take all that damage at one time. Okay. After an object breaks out of its time delay, they gain immunity to it for 10 seconds before they can be affected again. Ooh, I like a downside to the technique. I like that. I do. I like that. For whoever's facing off against this, they know they're on a time crunch. They have to make it where it counts within 10 seconds of this going on. Okay. Domain expansion. Hammer time. Within a 25-meter radius, the user imposes 2 conditions in order to make a binding valve for the domain's sure hit effect. A, no object can be delayed for more than 5 seconds at a time. However, these lessons the cooldown of an object can be refrozen to only 2 seconds. Another trade-off. Ooh, I'm liking this. While inside the domain, the users cannot directly hit their opponent. In return, their curse energy output increases by 200%. By fulfilling these conditions, the user is able to directly control any and all motions from inside the domain and freeze objects from afar without needing to touch them. This user works best when working with an ally, since due to the conditions they cannot fight direct. I'm giving this an A, man. I like this. It's wonky, but it works. So like somebody like Urahime would work very well with a domain like this, man. Because imagine you stack this 200% buff and Urahime buffs somebody else by, maybe having someone else siphon it or something. Okay, we have Forzetti, Full Metal Control. Using curse energy, the user can manipulate the properties of any metal within range, from telekinetically controlling it, changing its hardness and softness, to superheating it, cooling it, and changing its shape. Domain expansion, Iron Maiden's Torture Chamber. The target's bodies start to turn into metal, which the user can then control. It puts the targets onto a countdown, which they need to escape or defeat the user before they completely turn. I'm gonna give this a C. I'm gonna give this a C. Metal, again, is a very common type of manipulation in media as well. You have Magneto, you have Toph from Avatar. Turning into metal, if you're gonna do something like this, I'll definitely make the weight of the metal a big thing, right? Like make it just like absolutely just like a hindrance, like your leg, like it's hard to move your leg around, or like your arm, your shoulder, something like that. But this is just, I'm wanting a little more. I'm wanting a little more from this, right? Like just metal manipulation, I see it all the time. I need something else. Need step it up just a little more. You're getting there. You're getting there. We have Elijah with the Daffy Duck profile picture. Curse. There is a cursed spirit named Doom Dookie, and it goes around Jujutsu Kaiseners, injecting dozens of doses of laxatives. The effect, farting uncontrollably, diarrhea, ultimate lube, fart hopping. Best move, fart clouds and poop holes create a path for you, providing a high ground. If your opponent has some gases about to burst out the bum, you can control their farts and have it crowd through their mouth. Oh my god, what the fuck? I have the humor of a 7-year-old. Or if there any hole it can exit through, ears or nostrils hurt the most. Oh, dude, ew. You can use it as a taunting distraction or control the fart even further, have it push out their whole body away with full force. Domain name, Daddy's Dookie's Diarrhea Domain Deluxe. I'll give this an A. I'm giving this an A+. I'm giving this an A+. Oh my god, bro. What? I love it. I love it. I love it a lot. We have my nigga Snot, aka Otaku Talks. Go subscribe to his YouTube channel. Curse technique, rigged roll. Rigged roll allows for Chansu to roll dice that are rigged based on the situation that Chansu is in and what number she rolls allocates curse energy bonuses to her. Rigged roll allows for these curse energy bonuses to stack depending on an even odd rolls. Rigged roll only allows for the numbers 7 and 11 to be rolled twice if the situation is dire or 24 is rolled before it. A rigged roll has 24 possibilities for Chansu to roll. 1 through 6 slowly upgrades Chansu's perception over time, stacks every roll. 7 allows for damage negation from the opponent she is facing for 3 minutes. 8 to 10 allows for the curse energy drain of the opponent. 11 opens Chansu's domain. 12 through 21 all boost her physical attributes by 5% the more she fights. Oh my god. This does feel like something Gege would do. Wow, yeah. I like this a lot. Okay. Domain expansion, Crazy House. Instead of manually rolling the dice are automatically rolled. Sure Hit applies an attack with 120% attack potency and also applies the allocated curse energy bonuses to her. The number of attacks and the bonus applied is based on the continuous rolls in the domain. Rigged roll has a built-in binding vow, limiting the amount of rolls outside of domain in every 24 hours to 6. If this binding vow is broken, it applies negative effects to Chansu. They are unknown. I'm gonna give this an A. I like this. I like this a lot, actually. So having the user constantly trying to do you just spawn these dice? Can the opponent take these dice away from them? I'm very curious. I like these effects though. These are good. So this is more built over the long range kit because there's no way you have somebody that is close range like a Kishimo or a Toji or anything like that that's gonna let you automatically start rolling these dice. And if you do, you would definitely have to be with a partner or something like that. There's no way that you're gonna sit here and if I'm your opponent, I'm gonna let you continually roll these dice. I'm not letting you do that. So interesting. Okay, I like it. I'm gonna give this an A. We have Eldrin's Revived Corpse. Technique, Will of Hamos. Ooh, there's lore. I already like it a lot. I already like it. Lore, because I feel like it. An ancient curse that named itself Hamos, also nicknamed the Leviathan by its victims, perfected blood manipulation and turned it from a technique to an art form. It would then have cursed children that would spread its horrific blood technique. Will of Hamos, what kind of Elden Ring shit, allows you to manipulate the blood of others and change its contents. Its main usage is to move the blood of your opponent to wherever you need, whether it be for healing or for killing them, either by packing their blood densely to the point of bursting body parts or ripping the blood right out of them. The technique also lets you change the pH of the blood, making it more acidic or basic, thus making it corrosive and able to destroy the person from the inside if they are not durable enough. Well, this is blood bending times 2. I like this. Okay. The only drawback is that you must gain physical contact with your opponent's body to use their blood. Do you need to get physical contact of their blood or of their body? Because if I just grab onto your arm, do I only have control of your arm's blood or do I have it of your entire body? That's what I need to know. Do I need to make my opponent bleed first? But I like this. Domain expansion, Corpse of the Leviathan. Oh, that's hard. Let me do that again. That's hard. Domain expansion, Corpse of the Leviathan. This domain appears as the insides of an enormous beating ribcage. Oh, that's hot. The sure hit effect is blood vessels wrapping onto you and injecting themselves into you, pumping you with blood until you pop like a balloon. I'm giving this an A. I'm giving this an A, y'all. That's good. That's very good. I like this. Like that a lot. Will of Hamos is such an epic domain sound, man. This sounds it sounds biblical. Obviously the Leviathan is in the Bible and everything like that. But this just sounds like, what is the counterplay to this? That's what I would want to know. And as with a lot of these, what is the counterplay to this? Because you're playing a game of keep away, right? But I like it though. I like it. Okay. Good job. Like I said, I give this an A. Ladies and gentlemen. Oh, yes, ladies and gentlemen, we have merch over at the OG Daffy Productions. Go make sure you hit the link down in the description below and go ahead, get yourself some nice color variations of this. We also have multiple different designs coming out. I need to get back to designing these. It takes me hours and hours to put in all these different designs, all these different colors. But yes, ladies and gentlemen, if you would like to support me directly and give me your money, give me your money, because you absolutely should. Go ahead, hit the description down below, hit first drop on your checkout for a limited percentage off on your first purchase, man. Oh yeah, I think I'm gonna upgrade that to 10 different viewers that use that code. So first drop at your checkout, and if for some reason you don't want that code for any reason, go ahead, go to animeexpress.com, and on your next purchase over there, hit Daffy10 at your checkout for 10% off your next purchase, man. Oh yeah. Back to the video. We have Crimson Curse Technique, Hangman. This technique, when out of domain, can only use a noose that can be used for combat due to the domain comes with the technique.
Why did you put this in my comment section? You know I'm black, right?
I'm just kidding. I don't think it's racially motivated. I would hope so. I would hope so. I'm gonna be very sad if it actually ends up being something super fucking racist. Domain expansion, mass retribution. Making the Tatsu hand sign, the domain seems to have the setting of medieval times, seeing it a public execution. Oh, okay, I see. All harm in this domain is not permitted and lines are in the air. Oh, like the game. The caster of the domain must explain the game for it to start. The target must guess the word and not get hanged. They are not allowed to ask for hints of the word. If they fail to do so, they will get hanged and cannot fight back. If they guess the word right, the domain will shut down. If reopened, the target will have the right to ask for a hint of the word. The target will have the right to ask for a hint of the word. Was this the next word, I guess? Give them an advantage for every time they survive. The more they give an advantage, if they survive the game 5 times, it enters to hard more, where you must guess a sentence with 5 hints. If you fail, you will die. If you pass the domain thing, I'm actually not going to rate this. I'm thinking that English is not my man Crimson's first language. That's perfectly okay. Perfectly okay. All good. All good. You guys come from all around the globe, but that's perfectly fine. I'm a bit confused. Let me know what you guys think. What am I not getting? Because I like the setup. It's just the execution itself I'm having trouble understanding. So let me know if you guys how you guys feel about it. But I like what you're putting so far. I don't want to give it a rating or be mean or anything like that if I'm not exactly sure. Okay, we have Astro OE. Heavenly restriction. You are born with your eyes, mouth, and ears cooked. In exchange for this, you can perceive people as balls of energy that are bigger or smaller, depending on the amount of cursed energy that they emanate. The color of the ball changes will depend on the state of the person's mood. Blue, sadness, red, anger, white, happiness, etc. You'll have a lot more of CE than normal people, and you will get the Devil's Trill Sonate technique. So heavenly restriction, you don't. Let me see something. It's funny, Overwatch actually has a glitch where for some reason it's like a client side thing where like characters will appear as like balls of like energy or something like that, and like if they're all the same size but like you don't really know what you're shooting at. That's funny. Curse technique, Devil's Trill Sonate, related to sound and vibrations. Curse technique, you generate sound vibrations around you. They can be anything you want without an exact limit on volume or perfect word notation. You can choose a target you want or do it in an area while concentrating it in one large direction. This allows you to communicate with other people by generating words through sounds, for example. On the contrary, you can generate a sound so high-pitched that it could break the eardrums, brain of others nearby objects. Reversal. It allows that instead of launching sounds or vibrations around you, you can accumulate them in your body. Even if you are a very high annotation, the user's own techniques do less damage to him than to others. This allows you to go slightly more fast. When you hit, you accumulate all the vibration inside the punch, causing the victim's body to bounce and wave on itself to string from the side. Domain expansion, beatbox them. I don't know. I'm gonna give this a B. Having your eyes, mouth, and ear that's very hard to do. Now perceiving people as balls of energy and light, that's fine, but like you're still at a very high disadvantage when it comes to hand-to-hand combat, even long-range stuff as well. So like, what if someone were to fight Maki Toji? Right, someone there's no curse energy. Like what then? I mean the sound thing. You're kind of like a bat. Like I understand it. I don't know. I'm gonna give this a C. I'm not feeling this. Not, oh, no. By generating words through sounds, for example, that confuses me. What do we mean by that? Is there something I'm not picking up when I'm reading this? You can generate a sound so high pitched it can break the eardrums and brain of others or nearby objects. Like that's cool. Like you know, like a Black Canary type deal, right? But I'm gonna give this a C. I'm not necessarily a C. All right, this is going to wrap up this section. This is going to be a long one, so. Oh yeah, strap it in. I heard some good things about this one. So people were saying this is there's actually won a poll inside my server, so we will see. We have a Angel 777. Bit late by him throwing my head on this joint, yes or yes. So I'm going to combine two things I happen to like. One, Angels, two tattoos. Here we go. Curse technique, Angel's Womb. Sounds epic, I like it. Fear the womb of the angel, for it is where all curses come to die and their antithesis be born. Ooh, hold on, let me read that. Let me read that. Curse technique, Angel's Womb. Fear the womb of the angel, for it is where all curses come to die and their antithesis be born. The curse technique itself creates a manifestation of a metallic uterus-like entity that remains perfectly stationary wherever it is manifested. That sounds fucking horrifying. The womb itself cannot attack or do anything on its own, relying completely on the sorcerer to bring the required materials for it to work. Said materials being cursed spirits that are given upon its maw, upon the top of its bulk, processing their cursed energy into shikigamis that the user then has to store in their body in the form of tattoos. Whoa, what? That's sick. However, there are conditions. For one, the grade of the cursed spirits being given upon the womb directly affects how powerful the resilient shikigamis will be. And lastly, once the feeding begins, the womb cannot be dispelled. For doing so will immediately result in a new shikigami being born, and any desired progress for creating a greater shikigami being terminated. The storage tattoos occupy a certain amount of space in the body, and the region can be filled to a maximum if certain shikigamis are stored within, depending on the order they occupy. So what if there are no cursed spirits around you? Does it like attract them? I would assume it would attract spirits, right? Shikigamis born from this process can be categorized under the following orders, which indicate their general powers of strength. Third order, weakest. Arrow limbs, small cuboid creatures no bigger than a human head with a hand emerging from each side of its 8 vertices. Sturdy but unable to do much on their own, they can converge to create large structures that can be used to act as shields, barricades, or structural support for other things. Unique ability, Curse Energy Drain. Requires 25 of them to count as a full slot. Oh my god, what kind of JRPG shit? 2. Elim, a multi-pupil winged floating eye that can see objects at great distances and is very efficient at locating cursed energy. 10 count as a full slot. Ishim, weapons that take the form of a series of gilded human bones merged together. Can be arranged into various shapes and can converge together to increase their total power. They are used in a similar manner as cursed tools that can do anything on their own. 5 count as a full slot. Wow, this is... Woo! Woo! Yeah, he was chefing with this one. Hold on, bro. This is tough. Second order, Hashmalim. Take the general form of an Ouroboros. It eats itself to generate positive curse energy to heal its user and other allies. 10 slots. Oh my god, what the f? This is sick. 2. Tarshalim? Deadly combat angelic creature that shoots cursed energy beams from its singular eye on its head. When ranged combat, it has the picture that it can fight with its razor sharp wings. 1 slot. Shinamim? Yeah. Best way to describe its appearance is a lit floating torch held up by a series of wings. Generates a field that cancels cursed techniques. What the fuck? What the fuck, dude? I love it. First order, 1 Seraphim, large 4-winged angelic creature whose wings are made out of living flame, can manipulate fire and light. 40 slots. 2 Cherubim, looks like a stone tablet with arms in a constant state of prayer, uses curse techniques extracted from a powerful enough cursed spirit using its creation. 30 slots. That seems like the weakest one to me. 3 Ophanim, a series of metal wheels with eyes and wings lining their surface. Specialized barrier shikigami that can create a barrier around itself, imposing certain rules through a binding vow upon those caught within its field. Similar to a domain in many ways, the main distinction is that it is unable to attack nor can it guarantee a short hit effect. Body part storage. Each arm has 30 slot spaces, each leg 40 slots, back and chest individually 60, neck 20 slots. Supreme art. Elohim. Sacrifice all the shikigamis to give temporary rise to a creature with a total sum power of all the stored shikigamis as well as their abilities. What? A temporary rise? Why would you not do this off rip? I mean, if this thing was like fighting Maharaga, I guess this would have to be the only way you could beat it, right? Wow. Domain expansion, Tower of Babel. The Tower of Babel is where all knowledge, existing and non-existing, exists. Within its impossibly vast library is a solution to any dilemma exists, where it has reached the kingdom of the all-knowing and has ravished its archives. It knows the answer to your equation, it simply needs time. Those caught within domain are subject to Babel's eye. The unique function of the domain is to have them be analyzed, and for every passing moment within the gaze of Babel's eye, the curse techniques are less effective, while in turn, the very Shikigamis are more effective against them, until eventually a solution is found and the subject is powerless within the domain, unable to harm anyone but completely vulnerable to all within. Wow. A plus. I like this a lot. Holy shit. Dude, this is a heater. Wow, fantastic job on this one, man. Why would I not want to do the Elohim, right? Would I need to summon all of the different Shikigamis from the orders in order to summon Elohim or what? But wow, the tower. So the thing is, if you're in this long enough, you are powerless. So you get a nerf automatically, but then while you're in it, your power slowly getting drained. You can't do anything. That's sick. What would the solution be to fighting this? This is crazy. Wow. I like it. I like it a lot. Fantastic job on this one, man. Great job. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below for this one. And you know what? Actually, before we end this video, I'm going to take two from the YouTube community posts, and I will actually have its own the community post video in a own separate video. But I want to kind of give a slight teaser into that video because we have obviously a lot more responses to that because that is more public. So we will see. We have Astro 9444. I have been in a few JJK D&D I did with friends. One was Stage Light. As long as someone is in eyesight, the user can spawn a stage light over them. The cursed energy cannot leave this spotlight's light. Oh shit. The character had a ranged attack so they could stay away without worrying about opponents attacking them from a long distance. His domain, Perfect Performance, is a giant stage where the spotlights auto-target, and he doesn't need the eyesight rule. Also, he can control the spotlights in the domain, and the person has to be in the light so they forcibly move with it. What happens if you're not in the light? Do you just die? Do you just like get like all your power sapped? Huh. Interesting. Okay. I'm gonna give this a B. I'm gonna give this a B. Maybe a B minus. I want a little more information as to what will happen if you don't do this, but I like it. I do. We have Solard X Gamer 1692. Tardy Step. Chikoku Hocho. Ooh, okay. Chikoku Hocho. Google Translate, leave me alone. I ain't gonna judge, brother. I ain't gonna judge. Let's the user be late to anything, be it a punch, catching the bus to work, or getting shot. They will be late as long as they have cursed energy to fuel the technique effectively, letting them pull off a bootleg King Crimson. Ooh. Oh, I like that. I do. I like that. The curse technique reversal early bird, Sochaku, would just be the opposite and something I would basically never not use to be able to sleep in, yet always be early to work no matter what. The domain, Big Zone Ben. Basically, you're brought inside a clock tower with gears and stuff constantly turning but never fully turning. The sure hit with just everything inside the domain being late except the user who is on time. Anytime they attack, thinking, defending, deploying their curse technique, anything is lagged by at least a few seconds. Okay, I'm gonna give this a B. I'm gonna give this a B. I like this. I like this. To me, this is it's dangerous. This is you're playing Russian roulette, and then if I'm the person that's fighting up against this technique, my first instinct was to get in enough damage as I can when I have you in range. Risk taking some damage from you. I'm hoping you don't have enough output to actually kill me. Get back and let what I did do the work. Because if I'm faster than you, I can maybe get it off, or if I'm stronger than you. Like Yuji, if Yuji manages to like land like a proper rush or something like that and just tank the punishment that they give out, like he could get a good rhythm going. I could definitely see it. Or like Kashimo, for example. But I like this. Good, very good stuff. Wow. So let me know in the comments down below what you guys think. And also, as we proceed to go through some more of these, please give me your thoughts on how you'd be able to defeat a technique like this. I'm very curious. But yeah, this will be it for part 1 of this video. Thank you guys so much for joining me on this video. Please make sure you leave a like and subscribe. And I will see you guys in the next video. Now make sure you take care of yourselves, guys, and have a good one. Peace.